that you... recorded.
Go ahead.
They don't even... Right, they don't even understand that you don't... You know, the way we grew up, you're supposed to spend no more than 10 or 20% of what you make. You know what I'm saying? So you can have something. And then if these dudes now, they ain't really making it, they spending more than what they make. You know what I'm saying? How can you do that? Then you're talking about you struggling or it's a recession. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, you'll get this girl more money to sleep with her instead of paying your rent tomorrow. It's crazy.
Yo, that's what they think. That's what they think that real niggas is doing, because they so far removed from what real niggas is doing. All they were doing was they were seeing the aesthetics. They really thought that what they were seeing, they thought that's it. That's what it is. That's the game right there. They didn't get that. This is not it. Nigga, this is recreation. This ain't got nothing to do with that.
Not only is it recreation, you talking about this is how you, it's like a fishing rod. It's how you reel the real money in. You know what I'm saying? I go out and spend $50,000, $100,000 every night, 2-3 nights in a row, 3-4 nights in a row. Now you got a couple of dudes been sitting in the corner watching that want to spend their couple $1 million with you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. I done seen dudes like, man, I thought y'all niggas was crazy, or I was kind of scared to fuck with y'all because that shit looked hot. But when they done seen me doing it for so long, for so many years, you got the Can't Beat 'Em Join 'Em program. Niggas like, man, I'm fucking with you, dog. I'm fucking. Whatever you doing right. Because they see, niggas look from the, they talking to the girls, man. This man got everything from the cars, the houses, the jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, I live in 7 states. I got lavish homes, lavish spots all over this motherfucker, all over the United States. Like a Colombian got in Colombia. That's how you supposed to be living, you know what I'm saying? Every house I pull up is $2 million or better, you know what I'm saying? My little spots, $1 million, $500,000. You know what I mean?
Right, that's right.
People don't understand that. It's a look from outside to the inside. You know what I'm saying? From the hood to Hollywood that you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you getting it. You know what I'm saying? See, people never seen how I really put it down, because unless you a part of that, I'm not gonna let you see that. The only thing you're gonna see is us enjoying ourselves. That's what you're supposed to see, unless you're a part of whatever else going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. But they are out here killing themselves. I mean, I remember that using Google.
Man, I'm hearing girls can't even get gas fare out of these niggas now. Man, listen, man, I've never lived in a society or in an era where they got nights where all women get in free all night. This is what they're doing now to get dudes to come to the club and spend their money. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the era, we grew up in the era where when you come to the club, it's a long line of women, and you got the women, you pick the 5 or 10 nice girls out and bring them in with you, you know what I'm saying? That's player shit. And give them something to drink, you know what I'm saying? Nah, they got to let the girls in free to draw the guys, because they can't even afford to hold no line up and charge everybody no type of money, else the club won't be empty.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm hearing it on the radio. I'm hearing it. Tonight, Velvet Room, all women free all night. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I'm like, I never lived in the recession era, period. You know what I'm saying? I've never lived in it. So when I was out, everybody had money. We got money, and everybody has some type of money. They may have as much as we have, but they got it. You know what I'm saying? So it was $50 to fill up the Hummer when I left. You know what I'm saying? Before I left. Now they say it's $100, and they quit making them.
Yep. That's right.
You know, that's crazy, man.
It's some different shit, and it's so pathetic. Like, when you're watching these niggas, it's like, nigga, I feel you killing yourself, my nigga. Like, when you do certain things, there's certain things that are already established. There's certain ways that you present yourself that go along with doing certain other things. I don't see all the pieces. What I see,
right.
and I guess I would see it because of my experiences, and I'm, the average nigga wouldn't see it. And I'm like, my nigga, if you was doing what you were really able to do what you're doing right now, then you wouldn't be wearing that, whatever that shit is that you call jewelry right there, that shit you're wearing. It don't go there. It don't go together. It doesn't go together. Like, my nigga, you wearing fucking, some fucking nondescript fucking watch and some unidentifiable diamonds, and that you sitting here and you trying to make motherfuckers thinking that you spending thousands and thousands of dollars on champagne. You ain't spending that much on your t-shirts and your jeans, and like it don't jive, and they don't get it. They're so busy pretending on each other, they don't get it. Like, my nigga, it don't go that way. Like, for real, like, trust me, but none of them gets it. Like, the bitches is lame, not as lame as the niggas, but the bitches is lame, the niggas is lame. They all just pretend on one another. So it doesn't. I don't even go out no more, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what was funny. About 4 days ago, Monday. Actually, it was Monday. I had a conversation with Jim Jones. We was talking right on the phone, and he was like, "Meech, man, it's funny, man." He said, "Man, look, it's crazy how I watch everybody try to stand next to you while you out there. I watch everybody stand next to you. You know what I'm saying? To become somebody, they just want to be near you." He said it was funny. He remember Rick Ross when he started out, before he started out, just being in Miami smoking blunts or whatever. But he said when he came with the song, it's his biggest song to date, and then he do the BMF tour, and he's like, damn, dude's still trying to stand next to him even though he ain't here. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? He said everything. He said a lot of stuff, He said the Rose Perrier Joette, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't got a problem with Rick Ross. He just showing me how people taking the wearing the all black, Jay-Z and everybody wearing all black, and the Rose, the Perrier Rose Joette, the Audemars, now the Audemars, why everybody talk about having the Audemars, you know what I'm saying, which they wasn't really talking about it till they seen me with the one I got on the book cover. That's like $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Right there, that Audemars. It's crazy. I got the $1 million PJ in the Source when Benzino had the Source. You know what I'm saying? And my arm out the window of that Lambo, I got a $1 million watch on there. But it's just crazy how people just take everything. Me shining like new money. Dudes doing songs talking about shining like new money. You talking about me saying time. If you got money, then you don't got time. If you got time, then you don't have no money. All that, everything, everything that I used to do and say is all coming into play. People using that as plateaus, Rick Ross got Maybach music, and I have back-to-back Maybachs, you know what I'm saying, running down in Miami into New York, you know what I'm saying, everything. It's even 2 Chainz, Titty Boy, he on the come up down here with DTP. He was telling me when I talked to him on the phone, he was like, "Meech, man, I got me a foreign whip. You got the whole city riding foreign. Because, Atlanta was the Chevelle driving town. You know what I'm saying? Chevy, Chevelle. Now everybody got a Phantom, a Ferrari, a Lambo. I mean, everybody that's trying to be somebody.
Yep.
And they used to then be like that. That's, but, it's good to motivate. It's just that they don't know the blueprint, though, Cavario.
Right.
You really can't be mad at them. You are, because we older, and it's like, man, y'all don't get it. Y'all really don't get it. But they don't get it because, I mean, you know, they say the game is to be sold, not told. So that ain't something I sat down and told them, look, you got to be making millions and damn near billions of dollars underground to be able to go out and do this from state to state, city to city like I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? These dudes ain't never met nobody like me that live in Houston and Dallas, St. Louis and Atlanta, L.A., you know what I'm saying? And then you got in Florida, both for Orlando and Miami, and I got several houses in each spot, several homes or condos. They ain't used to that. They ain't never seen no black man. If you told them that a black man was living like that and doing what I was doing, they'd think you was lying. You know what I'm saying? They'd think you lying. Puff, none of them was more Puffy, nobody, and I love Puff to death. None of them was more liquid than me. You know what I'm saying? Like more liquid. I can go grab $1 million, throw it out the car, and goddamn it, go grab a couple more with no problem. They've never seen a black, and then your face. You able to show your face everywhere. You're not gonna read Big Meech and robbed the Mexicans over here, or we killed the Colombians, or we took something from the Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? That's the dude got a hat, or he got boundaries. I can go anywhere on the planet and not worry about nothing. Me and anybody that's from BMF. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I can go to the suburbs anywhere, or I can go to any ghetto. A lot of dudes can't do that, man. They don't know that. They don't know that.
That's what it is to be a cultural icon, like for real.
And I work hard though. I work hard. You know,
like you are like the real. The way that this Tony Montana character influenced these kids. And his ideas
even myself.
Yeah. But
even myself.
The way that has impacted them, you have impacted them. Only more so because you're not an actor playing a part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm real life.
You actualize this shit.
Yeah.
You made this shit reality.
Yeah.
They don't have the mental capacity to be able to process that type of shit, man. Like they really do. That's some of the shit I was trying to say back then. You know what I mean? I was like, they don't have the mental capacity to really ascertain what you're doing right now.
But you know, when you doing it, even when you doing it, you know, it's like, it's one thing when you grow up and you watching people doing it and you trying to learn from other people's mistakes. But when you become the one, you know, that's why I couldn't take off, like you said. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't I couldn't went nowhere and with a bunch of millions and hid. You know what I'm saying? Because I became the one. So you know what I'm saying? I become the one. So it's like I'm the one setting precedents everywhere. Now I'm feeling like I made it, Cavario. I'm looking up. All my friends are mostly entertainers. I still got street friends. Don't get me wrong. But all my friends, I'm in the entertainment door. I'm in that realm now. Now I'm finna start making a lot of legitimate money, and the feds just came and snatched me up. You know what I'm saying? And being that I got a letter from somebody saying that basically because I never changed my address from being Detroit, Michigan, is the reason why Michigan could snatch me up and indict me. You see what I'm saying?
What?
Hold on one second. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah, I mean.
Hello? Yeah, so that's what, you know, and I didn't even know that. I just found that out in a letter, like I'm saying. But, you know,
You just found that out when?
Tonight, in a letter, somebody wrote me.
What?
Yeah, in a letter somebody wrote me. But, you know, I couldn't do it. If I was for self, I could have did that. I could have grabbed me a bunch of millions and been on somewhere where you can't be extradited. But that wasn't what I was out for. I've already played the illegal game to the fullest, so now I was trying to legitimize me and the whole family. I mean, I was 37 years old when I got picked up, so I was slowing down anyway as far as I was getting kind of tired. But when you the face of the family, that's the one thing that I was starting to learn. Even at 37 years old, even though I'm feeling old because I've been doing it so long, like I was getting kind of tired. You know me, I'm popping pills, smoking weed, drinking, and partying, freaking, getting money, got whips going up and down the road. I'm doing everything to try to make this family successful, and everything we do look big. Everything we do gotta look big. You know what I'm saying? And I think for real, I like Cash Money, but they probably wouldn't have been what they was if we was out there. You know what they are now if we was out there. You know what I'm saying? Or we would have all been a part of something together or something. But because they weren't that big, they wasn't as big as they are now when we were out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lil Wayne, he was the president of nothing when I was out there. You know what I'm saying? He was the president, but the president of nothing. Blue was the president of BMF Entertainment off the rip once I got it legitimized, you know what I'm saying? But, I guess the government just couldn't, with the things that transpired, with the different situations after certain clubs, and then they just started putting anybody in black, whatever they did wrong. It was BMF. That they just started painting a picture to say that they needed to get us off the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that was, I've seen it happen so many times that I knew the blueprint. I knew the move. I've seen it happen so many times before.
Yeah, you talked about it. I remember in 2003 we talked about it before that night. That happened, man. Just so happened you went to Magic City that night. You remember that?
Yeah. You remember, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man, come on, man. My memory is good, man. Yeah. My memory is good. One thing, drugs enhance you, some of them. You just can't overdo them, man. You know what I'm saying? But they enhance. Man, I remember everything, man. All that, you lose all your brain cells from smoking weed, that's a fairy tale. I know people 90, down there 100 years old are still smoking, and they remember a lot of shit. But, I remember back then, them talks we had. Shoot, you remember. You was right there in the midst, but you was never in harm's way. Nobody I ever have around me that's close to the family I ever put in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how people back in the past, they might be hanging out. In the 80s, you might be hanging out with a rapper or somebody and the man got 2-3 bricks in the house, which you never supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to. I'm not going to be hanging out with Puff and I got 100 bricks in the basement. You know what I'm saying? And be at the house together. No, you don't do that. You don't mix the two. You know what I'm saying? And I learned how to do that very well. And that's why none of my friends fell with me, or they couldn't even though they tried to, insinuate. I used to get letters insinuating. Don't you think it's funny that most of the dudes that been around Puff got life sentences, or they doing it? Listen, man, that man ain't had nothing to do with what I was doing, okay? We enjoyed each other, having fun, partying, man, and we was friends, that's it. He had nothing to do with what I done wrong, you know what I'm saying, or my brother done wrong. No entertainment had nothing to do with what we did wrong, you know what I'm saying, on that side of law. But they try to insinuate a difference. Just like the Craig Pettis dude, man. Come on, man. How can you put me with this dude? I'm bigger than any plug I ever had, man. I never messed with this dude ever in life, man. I don't know him. We might have ran across each other's paths. I'm not saying that we maybe didn't run across each other's path, but I don't remember it. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely never did no business illegally together. You know what I'm saying? We never done no business. I never shot with this man out of Memphis, Tennessee. I never went to Memphis for a plug. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I never done that, man. I don't even know where they come up with that, man. And then the guy's a rat, man. He's been working for the feds for 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? Cooperate. So you can look at my paperwork, man. My paperwork, if I was ratting it to be on CNN, you know what I mean?
You better believe it, my nigga.
Yeah, be on CNN. You know, you got some people insinuate, Big Meech telling on Mexicans. How? Look on Wikipedia. It'll tell you Daniel Carrell out of L.A., he telling on me. If I had went to trial, he's saying I used to buy 500 at a time from it. You go on Wikipedia and pull it up. It got his face on there. Don't only look at the black rats like Doc and Blanco and all and E. Look at the Connect telling on one plug telling on me. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, the penitentiary rules is if you do not call a man hot or a rat or a snitch or that he cooperating with the government without having paperwork to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Right. If not, you get your bitch ass up top, you check in, or your car check you in. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, you're not supposed to send her, oh yeah, I think Big Meech hot. No, you don't think that. You show that, or you keep your opinion to yourself.
That's right.
You know,
this is some shit that eludes these motherfuckers. See, you got a bunch of motherfuckers that are trying to think without a brain, without the benefit of a brain.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. If I'm hot or cooperating, it's going to be paperwork showing it. They're not doing nothing special for me. It's going to be paperwork showing it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I took my 30 like a man. And my plea deal and everything is online. Anything dealing with me filing paperwork going to court. If I'm dealing with filing paperwork in the courts, it's all online. My stuff is public record. Ain't nothing hid. Nothing.
So let's explain a bit about the accepting a plea and what type of options that leaves you, because many believe that if you take a plea, then that's that, and there's nothing you can do. You just got to do it for years.
Okay, the thing is, first off, it's a trick, and what I mean by it's a trick. Sometimes dudes see high numbers, like 30 years, for instance. And like, oh no, I'm going to trial. They don't have no evidence on me, no physical evidence or no wiretaps on me, so I'm going to trial. Well, that's a trick, because see, now if you go to trial, you're going to get the high end, which is life. If you're facing a 30 life sentence, or you're going to get the high end, whatever, if it's 100 years. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, and see, it's not about the evidence when you go to trial. It's about the witness testimony. One witness will get you a life sentence. One witness. So what? They didn't have no evidence on you, or you talking about anything. They got a man sitting on the stand saying you used to get 200-300 kilos a week from it. You know what I'm saying? They got another man saying that you used to sell him 200 or 300 a week. Now you're going to do a life when you could have took the 30. You know what I'm saying? And when you take the 30, you lose appeal rights, meaning that you can't file a direct appeal or come back to court on appeal like as if you had went to trial. What you have is a 2255 motion that you can file within a year after being sentenced. That's your deadline. You got a year to file it. Within a year after being sentenced, you can file a 2255 motion, and that's like 6 or 7 issues that you may have, like maybe your lawyers didn't do the correct job, maybe that's ineffective assistance of counsel, or maybe they didn't recognize a bad indictment. Maybe you didn't get all of your discovery and didn't know all the evidence. Maybe they charged you with 2 848 and 846, which is the CCE charge and conspiracy, and they're not supposed to do that. But that's one issue that I'm arguing right now. They can't do that. They got to charge you with a lesser offense, which would be the conspiracy. They can't charge you with 2 conspiracies. But you can come, that's what a 2255 motion is. And when you file that motion, you go to the district first, which would be the same people that you went in front of, the judge and the prosecutor that prosecuted you. That's who your motion go to. You don't go back to court on it. Your motion goes to them, in front of them. They'll shoot you down, or they're granted or denied within 30 days. 9 out of 10, they're going to deny it. Okay? Now, that 2255 motion goes to the Court of Appeals. That's your next step, okay? If they deny it, then you go to the Supreme Court with your 2255 motion. But the only thing, the Court of Appeals have about up to a year or so to answer you, and then Supreme Court, the same thing, up to about a year, 15 months, somewhere around there to answer you, deny you or grant you some relief, depending on what type of issues you got. Some people might take their plea back, and that's not always good, because if you take your plea back, you can get more time if it's within 5 years. After 5 years, they can't give you no more time than you already have, So, but a lot of people don't know that you got to take a plea to get some time to give yourself a chance. You give yourself a chance. It's always really, you're going to always fight. When 2255, if it don't work out, you got 2241. After 2241, you got Rule 60B. You can look all these up. You know what I'm saying? People can look all these up. We all ignorant to the law till we get in trouble. Then we start, some of us start doing our research. Some of us just sit back content, which we shouldn't. You should always fight to the end.
That's right. That's exactly right. Let me ask you, if you had even a quarter of the degree of legal understanding that you have now, would you have done anything differently when you were running around?
When I was running around in the street? Well, to be honest, that would mean to probably, I can't say to tone myself down or nothing like that, because then I wouldn't be being me. What you seen in me running around and doing everything the way I did it, that's the real me. And I think in a lifetime, I can't think of too many men or women that get to be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, I am the man that I always wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm him. I'm a living legend. I'm what I always wanted to be. It's just too much time for a first-time non-violent offender. I can't point at the mistakes that brought me down, because they brought me down on my brother's indictment. You know what I'm saying? I can't just pinpoint all the finger on him. He's not the total blame. But the thing is, I didn't get caught for the things that I do, though. You see what I'm saying? You can't say I bought too many bottles of Cristal or the billboards. They always talk about one bill. I have 4 billboards up. 4. You know what I'm saying? One on Peachtree, one between 75, 85, one right on 85, and one by the Georgia Dome. But the billboards didn't have 1-800-cocaine. That ain't what brought me down. You know what I'm saying? That just made them mad. It didn't bring me down. So I'm advertising.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that, that I would have did something different, because it wasn't actually me that brought me down. You know what I'm saying? It's the evidence they had on my brother, and I'm saying that, okay, well, they started it together. So that's enough to bring him in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you got a conspiracy from 1990 to 2005, you mean to tell me it took you 15 years to get enough evidence to bring me down? That's unrealistic. But again, you got to take a chance on going to trial and getting life plus, just to bring that up, just to raise that argument.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
The only one thing, Cavario, for real, is I hate missing this time raising my son. He was 5 when I left. Yeah, he was 5 when I left the street. Now he's 11. But you know what I'm saying? Because these are important years, especially for a young man. But his mama is doing a fine job with him. And one thing for sure, he'll never have to do the things that I've done. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to be there, you know, right now to raise him into a man. But I'm doing the best I can from prison. But it's nothing like being at home free with him, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's one thing, you know, that I would love. I just don't want, you know, I want him to benefit from the life that I've led and the friends and family that we all have, that I, the bonds that I built, the ties that I built all over the world. I want him to benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've done it for. That's whose turn it is, Rebar now. That's who I'm ready. I'm ready to watch him come up in Lambos and stuff. As long as that happened, I'm proud of everything. You know what I'm saying? My whole life. I'm not even mad about prison. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I'm not mad about it. It gave me a chance to sit down and get my body together. My mind is right. I don't need a bunch of books to read to get my mind right. My mind right. I've been making money the majority of my life. There's a lot of people trying to read and get knowledge and trying to learn how to make money and keep money. And I've had money all my life. Lost it, had it, lost it, had it. So I learned how to keep it longer each time. You know what I'm saying? So I learned how to make my money work for me. You know what I mean? So that right there, you know, that's priceless in itself. You know, why a person walking around with all this book knowledge, but you can't apply it to nothing. You know everything, but you ain't got a dime.
Yeah, because you never actually been in the world, but you never
right. You never do. That's why so many athletes and entertainers go broke, because they get money and they don't know how to make the money work for them. You know, you person look up, oh, he had $50 million contract. He broke. Yeah, he broke because he opened a club. The club looked like nice and lavish, but you're not the owner. You walk in there, you got a little something to drink, get you a couple of girls every weekend. You like, oh, this club rocking. He got to be making money. No, the waitress stealing, the manager stealing, his financial advisor stealing, and you look up the club clothes and he didn't make a dime. He just spent his NBA check or NFL check or Major League Baseball check opening it.
Oh, but you know, a lot of the behavior, man, that we see coming out our community especially, a lot of that shit is based on niggas having low self-esteem. Like, they're not doing what they're doing for the bread. They're really not interested in the bread. They want the adulation. They want motherfuckers to go, ooh, look, it's him. That's what they want.
They want the recognition. Well, I'm gonna say that they want both. Sorry, they want the glitz and the glamour and the glory, and they want the money too. But just by the time they look up after they finish drinking with everybody and a year or two done went by, they didn't make no profit. You look up, you done sank all these millions into this spot or these spots, and you didn't make no profit. You know, it's fun. It's still funny today how every entertainer, athlete, or whatever, everybody want to live like they selling kilos. You know, everybody. That's because that's the real American dream. Right. That's it. That's the American dream. Everybody want to live like they sell dope or they sold dope. And only thing is they didn't have to risk their lives really selling dope. So they're more comfortable with trying it. You know, they got the Porsche outside, they got the club, they got the diamonds on their neck. You know what I'm saying? But a person that really comes from the street like that, you know, he don't got people coming up trying to rob him or none of that because he got the respect. It's the respect coming from the ground up. You don't get that respect just because you get a entertainment check. You know what I'm saying? That respect is earned, you know, like, dude, like, yeah, I remember him, man. He got years out here. You know what I mean? People come in the club, and I done heard robbers come in the club, you know, and the robbing crew come in the club, and one dude like, man, look at them dudes over there. And dudes tap him and say, nah, man, not them. Them dudes want it, man. We not running over there. Now, if they'd have looked over there and they'd have seen one of them athletes, then they might would have, okay, we're going to wait for him after the club, take his chain. You know, all we got to do is shoulder pistol on him.
Right, exactly.
They wasn't trying that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we got our jury on all time of the night, a day, from Maine to Spain.
That's right.
You know, but that respect is earned. It's just funny. You know, I'm not saying that they wrong because Scarface inspired me, but it's just funny how everybody who has money from all walks of life, the majority of them want to live a Tony Montana type life. You know, they just don't want his troubles. They don't want his police problems. They don't want the killings. You know what I'm saying? They don't want, you know, they don't want that. They just want the glitz and the glamour part, the girls, the riding good, you know, and the respect. But they just don't know how to get it, you know. And they should be glad at the end of the day. I mean, the streets ain't for everybody. That's the problem now. That's why we got so many rats. You know what I'm saying? All the real niggas is doing 30 plus, and all the rats at home. That's right. You know, and they becoming the majority, and it's like at the end of the day, the only thing you get from being real is you still have your honor, integrity, and your dignity, and because you stay real for the morals and principles that you stand on, you know. But you don't get, it's not a big check or it's not, you don't really get nothing for staying real, for real. You know what I mean? You don't really get the rats get to go home. They're at home with their family. They sending pictures back with money. Naming on trucks, they fucking their girls, and they got a crew right with them. You know what I'm saying? The real niggas in here is in the hole like myself, you know, because you got too much influence on the fucking jail compound, and you don't do no. I ain't do nothing but try to break up a fight, you know. But just because so many people from D.C., Florida, and different races come to get me out of the hole saying that I'm a good man and I shouldn't be back there and I didn't do nothing wrong. Oh, he got too much influence on the compound at Jessup, Georgia. So they shipped me out of there to the USP, administrative transfer. But they trying to send me to a SMU, to a SMU prison program, like I'm some type of gang leader or something. You know what I'm saying? When the feds ain't never labeled me no gang leader. I'm not in that. I have BMF Entertainment is my company. I got articles of incorporation. I got LLC and trademark to this company. So it's not a fucking gang. You know what I mean? But you know, this is what you got to deal with: keeping it real, being real, staying 100, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? But I can go to any prison in the world, anywhere. Paperwork good. Face good, you know what I'm saying? Whereas these rats, though, they right back out. I mean, that's becoming a fad, man, and it's just a shame that that's becoming a fad. I don't know if or when that cycle will ever break. You know what I'm saying? Because, huh?
I don't think so. I don't think that shit is going to ever diminish. I think it will only get greater and greater. I've watched it get greater and greater over the years.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, it's crazy. Here it is, you may not, you got a connection, okay? The connection is telling on you. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't the connection telling on you, it's the people that work for you telling on you. Come on, you can't win. You know what I'm saying? You got the murderers telling on you, you know, the cold-blooded killers. Huh?
That was my point. Like, these are the things that went into the rationale of my decision. Me doing what I did and backing out the way I did, that was not easy because I didn't know nothing else. That wasn't easy.
Right. And I mean, a person, I mean, you really can't blame you. Me knowing the game now, like I said, especially me being in the system, this is something I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? So, believe me, I am not mad at these 6 years I've done so far. I just don't want to do 30. But I'm not mad, and I'm going to come home the right way. You know, 30 is too much. I was in too deep. For real, you know what I'm saying? If you got a conspiracy like mine from 1990 to 2005, basically they're telling you if you didn't quit in 1989, then you had a chance to fall. You see what I'm saying? And this is what people don't understand. You know, I get letters all the time like, Meech, you had enough money, why you didn't quit? Was you addicted to it? Yeah, I'm addicted to the money, I'm addicted. All that become addictive. You know what I'm saying? It's addictive. When you got the type of clientele that I had, it's addictive. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a black Colombian. If my name, that dude, it's good. And I'm showing love. So, you know what I'm saying? The money is addictive. Something you've been doing since a kid, from 14, 15 years old to 37. You know what I'm saying? I'm 43 now. Yeah, that's addictive. Of course you're addicted. You know what I'm saying? With no violence, it's addictive. But they basically telling me if I didn't quit in 89, there's always a chance of me getting locked up. Because whoever next to you or used to be next to you, if they go out and get caught up, then they put them with you, like they did to T. Me and T went together for 3 years. They know it. It's in the paperwork. For 3, so that's when a conspiracy was supposed to stop, for real. It don't matter. It's your brother. Y'all started this back in the day. Bam. We're going to bam you too. Figure your way out.
Right. Exactly.
You know, you got out at a good time, at the right time. You know what I'm saying? But for myself, I'm in front of the camera consistently, and then I was good at being in front of the camera, and not doing nothing wrong but balling. Balling is not a crime. That's not a crime. That's why I was out there so long. That's not a crime. People got to understand, oh, man, he should have been low-key. Then low-key what? There's a lot of low-key dudes locked up, too. I enjoy billions. I've made billions. I spent billions. I didn't want to get caught with 2, 3 million, 10 million in the wall. What kind of life is that? Who know you? You come to prison, don't nobody owe you no favors or nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I enjoyed my millions. I enjoyed them. I got a chance to enjoy them. I've been from Africa, Spain, Nice, Rome. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. The average black man from the hood don't do that with a 9th grade education.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Regret.
Yeah, blessed. God really had his hand on me that whole time, you know, and my brother. You know what I'm saying? I love him to death, man. Don't get me wrong. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And he stood strong, too. You know? So, I mean, he had a beautiful life. I know plenty of brothers that got killed. One brother living, the other brother dead. You know what I'm saying? Shit, me and him both enjoyed life. You know what I'm saying? He was a little more laid back, but he loved that phone. And that phone got us in trouble.
He said he's a little more laid back, but he love that phone.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little laid back, but see, he riding Maybachs and all that shit too. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, he just pick and choose to ride his inside the place. I choose to go to the club every night and stand on the couches and with Puff and anybody else and enjoy myself. He chose to do that every now and then. He'd do it, but he'd do it every now and then. But you talk on the phone. That was your weakness. You talk on the phone, you got everything fucked up. I didn't talk on the phone about nothing. The phone for me is either you coming or you ain't. Period. Point blank. That's the only thing the phone is for. You coming? No, I ain't gonna be. Are you gonna be able to make it? That's what it's for. You coming or you not? It ain't for nothing else, man.
That's it. I talk about this shit in my book. Like all these types of little things. Like I know a lot of niggas didn't get because they didn't have that development. You know what I mean? So I try to share these points in my book.
What did white people tell you about if you want to hide something from a nigga? You put it where?
Put it in a motherfucking book.
In a book. And not only because that. Not because a nigga won't just pick the book up and read it. Sometimes a nigga pick the book up and read every page but don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just read it, but he don't understand it. He didn't grasp it. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. You tell 3 people to watch a movie, and 3 different people to watch a movie, and you gonna get 3 different opinions on that movie and what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You got to give a person play by play. Now, if you sit down there with the person as he read it, and then you place him in your position, and you giving him your insight on what you mean right here, or what you was doing at this time, and you know what I'm saying, and how you felt, that'll help. But that's what you have to do with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? They don't grasp it. They read it. I think there's people that read my book, and then, you know, the book that the girl wrote on me, and didn't grasp it. Like I tried to tell them, I say, look, the book is letting you know that my brother and J-Rock and them basically felt that my flamboyancy was going to be the downfall. But once you read the book, you find out that it was the dumb mistakes that they were making on the phone and having dudes on the run, watching your drug house and all your spot where you work at. J-Rock being a boss, if you got a right hand man, you send him over to the spot and check, make sure the work there, the money there, everything's straight. You don't go there yourself. But when you a greedy boss and you don't trust your help, then you get what he got. Busted, red-handed, 200-something bricks, you know what I'm saying, $1.8 million and some weed in the house. He shouldn't have never been at that house. He didn't have to go check on that. But he did, and that cost him 40 years to flee for that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man, but people don't grasp the same. That's why you put stuff in a book, they don't grasp it. You put it in a movie, they kind of grasp it because they got to watch it over and over again. Even for yourself and me, we got to watch a movie a couple of times to get everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say as soon as I watched it, I got everything out of it. No, I need to watch it again and again, and you'll find something different. You know what I'm saying? Like Scarface, I watched it 1 billion times. I watched Scarface 1 billion times. That's one of my favorite movies, Scarface and Mobsters. Scarface, his mistake, he getting high, and I mean, he used poor judgment by snorting cocaine. You sit up there and you kill your best friend, and you ain't even give him a chance to say that he married your sister.
Right.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. No. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, I'm good. It's count time. It's count. But yeah, man, you know, you that's how it Cavario, man. Look at our age, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm 43 years old. I feel good. You know, I still feel young at heart and everything. And like I said, prison has allowed me to get my body more together, be more concerned about my health. You know what I'm saying? You need a good heart to keep living. You know what I'm saying? And you know, keep your appearance up. You know, but dudes younger than us, man. I mean, they just didn't grow up in our era, so they can't. They growing up in the snitching era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They growing up. We grew up in the hold your tongue, don't say nothing. You know what I mean? We hate all rats, kill all rats era. They didn't grow. Although we had them, it just wasn't like now. Now the rats, they lead. They got killers too. The rats killing and everything. They got killers. They're not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like when Alpo came home one day, they threw him a party in D.C.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, man.
Fucking believable. In all places, in D.C., I'm really surprised.
Yeah, that's what they say. I mean, you know, I wasn't there, but I think with the club Dream, there used to be Dreams. I think it's changed to Live or something. I'm not sure. But, huh?
Yeah, I think they turned to Love.
Yeah, Love, whatever. I mean, I heard. That's what I heard. You know. I'm like, man, that's crazy. But you know, y'all want to kill Rayford and y'all want to kill Nicky Barnes, and you know, and all this shit. But shit, it's a gang of rats and came home that you ain't done nothing to. You know. So I mean, I my advice, man, really right now, man, is if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen, man. You ain't supposed to play the game, man.
No, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to play the game. You know, although these people need the country needs to reevaluate its drug laws. So, you know what I'm saying? This nonviolence, it's amazing that I can kill somebody and get 10 years or less, and here it is, drugs, nonviolent crime, you're giving me 30 or life sentences. You know what I'm saying? 30 or better. You know, it don't make no sense. You know, and then you talking about first-time offender. So I don't get nothing for not being in and out of prison. I don't get no type of compensation. I don't get a slap on the. I don't get here's 10 years, and if you next time you get caught, you know you're looking at 30 or better. You know, you would think that my brother and I would get something for not being the type of guys that been in and out of prison our whole life.
You see, they got a different agenda. It's not about a right or wrong at all.
No, it's not. It's
still
about
COINTELPRO. Still COINTELPRO.
I mean, they wanna stop you from reproducing, make you a slave, and then they wanna kill all your influence if they can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kill as much of your influence. That's the whole purpose of giving you that much time, that kind of time.
It's just like they were doing to the black welfare movement. Same shit. They're approaching it the same way. They all using all the same exact tactics. Same shit.
Yeah.